With Tekken 8 releasing tomorrow, I wanted to go back and give thanks to Tekken 7. That game did a lot for me, and was even the topic of the first video of mine that ever blew up. It was with Tekken 7 that I realized what I liked about fighting games, and the variable ways one could enjoy them outside of versus mode. Despite that, I didn't initially take to the game even though I'd later spend many hours with it. The cover art for the game had me interested the moment I saw it without knowing anything else about the franchise. It's simple and gets its strong, broad messages across incredibly well. But upon first play, I did not get it. The controls felt clunky, so too did the movement, and there seemed to be smaller situations that changed how my buttons worked, but weren't explained in any part of the game, so I dropped it after a few hours. I re-downloaded Tekken 7 a few months later after becoming frustrated with how important motion inputs were in 2D fighters because I struggled mightily to even do a quarter circle motion. I didn't know if Tekken had motion inputs too or not, but I knew it wasn't a 2D fighter, so I took my chances on it being different in more ways than one. I started off playing Akuma because I'd been playing a lot of Street Fighter and was hoping that here, Akuma would be altered to not have motion inputs. Boy was I wrong. Using the assist buttons, I went online and spammed fireballs without knowing how to do much else. A few ass-kickings later by a well-dressed Yoshimitsu, and I found myself on the Tekken subreddit asking for help. I wanted to learn a Tekken character, someone native to the game's systems. The only reply I got told me to try Law, and that's where everything started to click. At a beginner level, Law doesn't use motion inputs at all, which was exactly what I wanted. His 1-2 string and down back 3 felt great to use, and his 3+4-4 is my favorite move in all of fighting games. At my beginner level, Law felt really understandable. I'd play matches against my younger brother pretty often, it's the only thing we did together, and he always seemed to have my number, so this caused me to go searching for character-specific tutorials for the first time. I found an awesome Law guide by Pepperbeef 2 Spicy that laid things out in a really understandable way and got me trying out a few more of Law's options. Once my brother gave up playing, I went looking for other ways to enjoy Tekken since I still really liked Law, but now didn't have a challenge to try to overcome, and I was not about to play online again because my online anxiety was horrendous back then. I knew myself well enough to be like, don't go there, don't even fucking touch that. So that's how I ended up in training mode all the time. I'd spend hours and hours playing around with Tekken's juggle system trying to find new combo routes. Tekken ended up as my most played PS4 game 3 times in those year-end things PlayStation does, purely because of all the time I spent in training mode. It's here that I learned what I really like about fighting games. It's not about winning tournaments or matches or getting high online ranks for me. Those things would all be great to do, but they're not where I draw my fun here. I am at my happiest in fighting games when I'm doing cool combos. It's this dopamine rush with an intense skill component that you can pair up and down as you please. Seeing how different moves interact and open up new combo routes is my happy place. That's the reason I recently spent 14 hours working on 2 specific Axel combos for different videos. One of those, an examination of the Pokemon Hitmonchan and competitive integrity, should be out in a few weeks. The other video, a short on how to get new players to stop overthinking fighting games, is already out and you should watch it. The combo I landed for the intro to that short felt like a crowning achievement and got me wanting to get better at plus R again. I landed this combo in training mode and really wanted to see if I could pull it off in a real match even once. Turns out, I could. I did it the next day, and this has gotten me back into wanting to do the Plus R Diaries videos, because after those matches, I started watching my replays, writing things down about where I need to improve and what I can add to my game, just thinking proactively. I want to get better so I can do these cool combos against real people. Winning isn't the reason I want to get better, putting myself in position to do cool shit is, and I have Tekken to thank for this. Its incredibly simple combo system of launch, then do whatever the fuck you want next until they fall, taught me the joy of landing fighting game combos. Thank you, Tekken 7. You are the reason I've stuck with fighting games.